Good morning, children. Today we are here with the new chapter, Deep Water, written by William O. Douglas, who was born on October 1698 in US, and he was the most liberal justice of US Supreme Court and a vigorous writer. This story is an autobiographical account of the author, and he has narrated his own drowning experience in water and finally how he managed to overcome it. The story begins with the narrator recounting an incident that took place when he was 10 or 11 years old. To overcome his fear, he decided to learn swimming at YMCA pool in Yakima, in Washington. He told that he was afraid of water since childhood, as once when, along with his father, he went to California Beach in USA, he was hit by waves and was buried in water, and his breath was almost gone. He was too frightened and developed a fear from water in his heart. That's why he decided to learn swimming in YMCA pool as it was quite safe. But a misadventure took place at YMCA pool, as once Douglas was alone on the pool and he was sitting on the edge of the pool to wait for others to come. Then a big and strong boy came and threw him into the pool. The narrator felt frightened and decided to take a big jump after reaching the bottom of the pool so that he would come out to the surface. He was going down, and 9 feet seemed more than 90. His lungs were about to burst, and when his feet hit the bottom, he gathered all his strength and jumped upwards. He thought that he would come like a cork, but he came up slowly. He opened his eyes to see, but could see only dirty and yellow water. He grew panic. He tried to shout, but no sound came out. His legs became paralyzed, and great force pulled him down again. And he again started going down. He was feeling dizzy, but he remembered his plan of pushing upward as he would reach the bottom. He tried to attempt the same action as his legs touched the tiles of the pool, but his legs refused to move. He called for help, but strangely, there was light. He was coming out, but only his eyes and nose were out, and again he started going down a third time. He sucked for air, but got water. Then all his efforts were gone. He relaxed, and a darkness swept over his brain. There was no panic. It was calm and peaceful. And the curtain of life fell. But when he woke up, he found himself lying on his stomach beside the pool. He was vomiting, and the boy who threw him was accepting his mistake, saying that he was just kidding. And since then, he developed the fear of water, and he feared all outdoor activities like fishing, canoeing, boating, and swimming. Then, to overcome his fear, he hired a personal instructor who taught him swimming. Then the instructor used to put the rope against his waist and slowly would leave the rope from the pulley outside. And this way he was taught to breathe out and breathe in under the water. Bit by bit, he could shed his haunting fear. The instructor perfected his each piece of swimming. Then, to check himself, he went to Lake Wentworth, which is in New Hampshire. And when he was in the middle of the lake, the old sensation and fear returned. So he made breaststroke, side stroke, back stroke, and all. He challenged his fear, saying, Mr. Tarrer, what do you think you can do to me? He checked himself in many water bodies, but piece by piece, his instructor changed him into a good swimmer, and he conquered his fear of water. Now, author says that all we have to fear is fear itself. There is peace in death, as he had experienced both sensation of dying and terror that fear of dying produces. He had seen that there is peace and calmness in death, nothing to be afraid of it, as when he lost his consciousness, death was taking him softly, like the mother's tender arms. All his fear and terror was gone. The author says that fear is our heart